been almost 6 months since I bought the Leica M11, and it's definitely been a process to figure out where this camera fits in my kit. If you've seen my videos before, you know that I absolutely love the Leica Q3, and that camera has just been perfect for me in a way. Just fit with my workflow. It's something that I don't really have to think about when I pick it up, and just using it comes natural. And I love the 28mm focal length. The lens is absolutely stellar. It really is the all-in-one package. And I kind of opened up a can of worms when I bought the M11. I suffer a lot from choice paralysis, and that's the reason why I love point and shoot cameras, fixed lens cameras, should I say. It takes away that choice, essentially. I'm stuck with a 28mm focal length. I know what I'm getting myself into. I know how I'm going to frame things up. And some may think it is kind of a lazy approach. I think sometimes it is a lazy approach, but it just takes away some of the stress when I'm making photos, and I can just be more in the moment, and just focus more on creating rather than freaking out about what lens I'm going to pack with me, what lens I want to shoot this scene with. That's just me, don't get me wrong. It's good to analyze the scene, it's good to pick a lens specifically for a scene, but that's just how my brain works, unfortunately, and it's something that I'm trying to get out of and be a little bit more creative and a little less afraid to make mistakes, because I have become comfortable with the Q328, and I think experimenting with focal lenses, different focal lengths, should I say, is essential in anyone's growth as a photographer. So anyway, a little bit rambling. The biggest takeaway that I've learned since owning the M11, it's not something that you can force yourself to use. This is an intentional camera, and my Q3 I can just snap away and come away with something great, really. The lens is incredibly versatile and incredibly sharp, but obviously with it being a rangefinder on the M11, I am slowing down and I have to be more specific with what I'm photographing, and then that opens up the whole world of multiple focal lengths. And the biggest thing that I love about the M11 series, or the M series should I say, is the glass that is available on the M mount. Just thousands and thousands of different lenses, and each and every one of them has their own character. Now, in the early stages of me owning the M11, I was trying out different Leica lenses. Now, don't get me wrong, Leica lenses are probably the end goal, but they are incredibly expensive. I tried out some Zeiss, I tried out some Voigtlander, I tried out some Typox, and I've kind of landed on the Typox. The videos that you've seen, the beginning of this, were filmed on the Chimera C, and I have the Chimera lenses for the M11, the 21 and the 35mm. They're both f1.4, so you can shoot really wide open. They're very soft, wide open, and I tend to shoot around f2.8 on these lenses. But I've really been enjoying these lenses because they have a really nice contrast to them just straight out of camera, and it makes editing very easy, in my opinion. Alright folks, I've got some exciting news about today's video sponsor, which is Huckberry. Now, Huckberry are doing the Dream Year giveaway. Now, this is their biggest giveaway ever. They're giving you the opportunity to chase your dream, and they'll fund and equip it with up to $125,000 in straight hard cold cash, gear, and education from some of the most inspiring people that they know. Click the link in the description, sign up to enter this giveaway. There's multiple ways that you can get bonus entries. All the information is in the link in the description. Huge shout out to Huckberry for sponsoring this video. And this is an absolutely insane giveaway where someone can make their dreams a reality. Now, if you win, I'm not saying you have to do this, but you could get yourself a Porsche 944 and convert it into a safari rally car. Just saying, that's a possibility. Anyway, I really wanted to get some photos on the Porsche. It's getting wrapped soon, so I wanted to kind of make the most of as it is right now. Something big in the works coming very soon with this car, so stay tuned. This will be the more information will be released probably around October time. Now, these photos were taken out by 5 Mile Pass in the Utah Valley. This was my first time here. Super cool. Bunch of dry lake beds where you can just mob around. I was with my friend Keith. He's got a really cool Hilux surf, and he actually helped me with some of these. I don't let people drive the turbo. I did let him drive it for a couple of these photos, but for the others, I locked in the focus and just handed him the camera, set it to burst mode, and I was like, look, do your best, as I drifted it around. And they actually came out pretty well. So pretty stoked on those. Tracking, like focusing a moving vehicle, is very difficult on the M series, and it's something that I wish I had the Q for. But anyway, after that, I met up with my friend Kyle Meshner, who I'm sure a lot of you know. I actually sold him my first 944. So we went up a canyon that is very bumpy these days. They grade it every few years, and it hasn't been graded in a while. So it was a bit of a rough ride, but the full colors were starting to come through in the canyon. And the sunset was actually really, really sweet. So we just set up a little fire, had a good time with the cars, and came away with some really cool photos. Now, one thing that didn't cross my mind when starting to shoot on a rangefinder is the use of polarizer filters. Now, I love using a polarizer filter when I'm shooting my cars or vehicles in general because it cuts the glare out of the windows. You don't see the polarization when you're looking through the rangefinder. That never clicked until I started using it, and I got so confused to begin with. So you have to rely on the screen, which just kind of defeats the point a little bit of having a rangefinder. So I kind of just realized that it's just going to be something that stays on my Q3 rather than messing around with it on the M11. But yeah, that's just me. That's just how I kind of categorize things. But anyway, this was a really, really sweet sunset. We were super stoked that we put in the effort to get up here with these cars. And yeah, overall, the M11 is such a sweet camera. I love using it. Glad I got it, even though at times it does give me a little bit of a headache as I'm trying to figure out what camera I'm bringing. But as time goes on, I am slowly figuring out its place. I get to try out different lenses and just experiment and just have fun with photography and get back to that pure photography experience. It's a fantastic camera. Glad I got it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Any questions about what I've used in here, just drop a comment down below. Definitely enter Huckberry's Dream Year giveaway. Best of luck, and I'll see you in the next video.